it's September 3rd, 2021. This is the second day of the flooding storm that happened. There was a big tornado in the tri-state area. Now, I'm watching this gentleman speak on all of the flooding, and for me, I'm thinking there's a gigantic highway involved. Now, I don't know when highways are built because I'm not that integrated with any kind of governance here, but I'm pretty sure there's some kind of proliferation, aeration, water drainage, that kind of thing that gets done because that they do that with like a study and topography on like simple real estate, like if you do a spec house, just one house. So now I'm just curious, they have here,
and those are among several other initiatives.
A poorly planned
progress, but it's quite clear we have a lot more work to do. As a couple of us were saying, I quote,
I mean, here is it has a green sign. So I don't know, is that interstate? Is that local state? Like intrastate? I'm not sure. But here's the highway, and then all of a sudden here's the water. So you mean to tell me they didn't know when they got all of these road permits that this area was going to be dangerous for humans at some point? I mean, like, this is the ridiculousness that, it's everywhere. Now, they built this gigantic, it looks like a downtown, and all of these, like, beautiful, they're brand new, like, townhouses. They had some out in Patchogue called Riverwalk. I don't know if it's the same builder. But the ones here, I mean, they're all underwater. Why would you build them in this area? For what purpose? Why would you put humans in them knowing that they're in harm's way? Like, the weather pattern needs to go back to what's healthy for the planet, not for what's convenient for some dumbass developer and his, like, $1 billion skyscraper just so you can sell more shots in the dark through people's arms in bioengineered products. I mean, it's all interconnected, and, like, who's making these decisions? Is this Army Corps of Engineers that's just looking the other way like, oh, well, my fraternity needs to build a highway, otherwise we don't get, like, our Mickey Sticker Club, like, entry? I mean, because that's what it feels like. Just throwing, like, caution to the wind with, like, the consumer and, like, the people at the bottom. Or are you just setting up areas where you'll have, like, emergency management, like, test days? Like, come on, boys, the storm's coming, we're on, it's, like, hero time. Like, I'm just confused how you, like, alpha boys work. No, like, for real. Like, you look forward to the storm, got that, but why are you building it? And then, like, how is this working in, like, mainstream and, like, larger quiet management? Just curious. Taking responsibility for stuff.
Quote that great philosopher from the movie Jaws, we need a bigger boat. Now, that's pretty clear. Again, this conversation is one that will
all of this is brand new buildings. Like, this is within the last 10 years. Since 9/11, let's put it that way.
Recovery and supporting our residents. And with that, I'd like to turn.
I mean, that is a truck. That's a truck. Here's all the water, and these are brand new buildings. It doesn't matter that you gave them staircases to go up and that they'd survive, like, the highest rainfall that were on schedule in the Farmer's Almanac. I mean, it doesn't matter. There's still a problem.
To turn things over to the Chief Executive Officer of the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, Tim Sullivan.
Good morning. Thank you, Governor. I'll be brief and just want to add to what the Governor just said about the important announcement about the $10 million grant fund. Obviously, you see this morning in one of New Jersey's great downtowns the devastation that this storm.
Like, the thing is that nobody even, like, I mean, if his name's not down here, which it's not, I have no idea what this man's name is. Like, I don't come with a 9X Rolodex of everybody that makes it on film or makes it to somewhere special in government. So now I'm just curious, like, everybody's like, well, look on the internet. I mean, I live in Queens, just outside the city, but there's no town hall, there's no village hall, there's no mayor, there's no chamber of commerce, there's no, or at least they're not advertised, there's no civic association, there's no anything here. Like, you walk up and down the boulevard, and there's barely even the same faces that are on the boulevard per day, per calendar day. I walk around with an umbrella so I make like a memory in the whatever, like etch a memory. Like, that looks unusual. Yeah, it does, but it's within reason. So now, but the other people that I see up and down, they're not like steady patrons. I mean, there's a lot, there's barely any foot traffic, but the car traffic is horrifically increased on the boulevard. And I have no idea why. Cross Island does run parallel. It's almost like people exit Cross Island, off to Northern Boulevard, come down Bell Boulevard towards Bay Terrace, and then hop back on Cross Island. It's just what it feels like. And it's a possibility that that's what they're up to, because there's no real reason for so much car traffic and noise pollution in Bayside for real. I mean, it's a village, but it's not like a artsy village, and there's no anything that you can join or like pulling stuff together. I mean, they have something on a Saturday night. I have no idea. It doesn't even say. It says NYPD says don't park. No idea who organizes it. And there's nowhere to find out because there's nobody to ask. There's nowhere to go to be part of a community. I walk the boulevard daily. There's no outreach, there's no entry point, there's no anything. And then you have elsewhere, this is what government is planning. They're planning the demise of some real estate development project, and like, they're okay with losing whatever. What is your purpose, humans? You know, you tore a hole in time and space, and I'm part of that cure and procurement, but instead you have me walking with a fucking umbrella up and down the boulevard to make like a burn in the time frame to wherever it is that you are doing whatever the fuck it is that you do in sub-management of, at this point it feels like least importance framework. I don't understand how any of you got wherever you are. That's so important because nobody took the time to introduce themselves or even give a pathway. And like, even on an airplane, there's an emergency lit center aisle. There was none of that in New York within my time frame, within my ZODIAC boat, and within my ZODIAC time frame. I'm a Leo. I have an Aquarius and a Taurus, which is the Tau, with a radio wave coming through it, being hit by a gamma field. I come in as a Leo with a needle and thread for quantum string. That's what Leo looks like. It's a significant, important birth by several lengths. I know that the average person doesn't really care, but it is really incredibly important. Star 1978, Star 8378, Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. It is Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe. There's a tear at galaxy, and today is September 3rd, which is 0903, and then it's 2021, Zosie.